Hi guys, I made it down to Florida and I want to tell you that I can't remember the last time in my life that I was as happy as I am right now. This whole experience, from the time that my relationship ended until this very moment, has been, in my belief, divinely guided. And it's really been a very eye-opening, beautiful few weeks. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on. Even though it's been a really difficult couple of months with my relationship ending and with me moving, it's really interesting because I don't have stress and I don't have anxiety. And even when there's something standing in my way, I really haven't let it bother me the way that I would normally let it bother me, because I truly feel like things are just kind of starting to open up for me and to point me in the right direction. And so what is the purpose of being stressed and having anxiety? There is none. And for the first time in my life, I really truly did let go and let God, and listen to, Michael Singer and the Untethered Soul and the Surrender Experiment. And for the first time in my life, I really just gave in. And so I want to tell you about some of the things that have happened throughout this moving process, because they're great actually, and they kind of restored a lot of my hope in people, because I met some pretty great people. So the last time that I spoke to you, I was telling you that my house was pretty much packed up, but that there were some things that I wasn't going to be able to bring with me. Well, the first thing that I want to tell you is that I posted up on Nextdoor that next morning that I was having a difficult time moving my Buddhas, and that they really meant a lot to me, and did anybody know anyone who might be able to help me or that I could hire to come move the Buddhas for me into the moving truck. And a man responded on Nextdoor and told me that he had a couple of portable ramps that I could potentially use for the U-Haul. And he gave me his phone number and told me to call him the next day. So I did. I called him the next day, and he told me that he had room in his schedule around 4 o'clock in the afternoon and he would come by. And if I can tell you that this man did come by, and he brought 2 portable ramps, and him and a friend of mine were able to get my Buddhas onto my U-Haul truck. And I cried, obviously. I hugged this man. I was so happy that the Buddhas made it onto the truck. And when I went to give him some money, he basically said to me that when he saw my post on Nextdoor, there was something in his heart that was telling him that he should do this for me. And he came and he did it for me. He wouldn't take any money from me. And he basically told me to have an amazing journey back home, and, God bless me. And what an incredible thing for someone to do. A complete, total stranger who saw someone in need and it pulled at his heartstrings, and he was there and he helped me. And I thought that that was pretty amazing, actually. And a while ago, several months ago, in one of my videos, I was talking to you about how I loved my dining room table and how I wanted to turn that table into a beautiful desk for my Hippie Heart. Of course, that was before I knew that I was going to have to move. And like I've said in the past, I'm moving somewhere where it's fully furnished. So for me to move my furniture down with me just didn't make sense. So I posted something up on Facebook Marketplace with pictures of the table. And I put something in there about how I would love for someone to take that and do something with it, that I really just didn't want to scrap the table. And I had an artist come over to the house and pick up the table and show me what his plans were, which was this beautiful art. He was going to refinish the whole table and have this local artist paint all over the table, and he showed me his concept, and I thought that that was pretty amazing. It made my heart so happy because something that meant a lot to me wasn't going to get thrown away. It was going to a beautiful new home, and they were going to do something with it, and I loved that. And I had almost exactly the same experience with this big Buddha. It was like a 3-piece wall hanging that I had, and an interior designer picked it up, and he was going to completely refurbish the piece, and then he was going to use it in one of his clients' projects that he was putting together, and he was so excited about it. Both of these people took my phone number, and they told me that when the project was done they would send it to me, so when it's done I'll post it up here. And then my favorite story, it's probably a tie with the Buddha story, but I also mentioned to you that I wasn't going to be able to bring my plants with me. And that was very, very sad to me. A few days before I told you that, I had actually cleaned out all of my planters that I use for almost every single one of my gardens, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to bring those with me. So again, on Facebook Marketplace, I posted those, that I was looking for a good home, and I wound up meeting a woman who came over to the house, and she was also in the process of moving, and she was just learning how to garden, and she was so excited about what I was giving to her. And when I was laying in bed the night that I made that last video trying to think about what to do, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give these plants to her. I know that she's going to take good care of them. And I sent her a message to see if she would let me rehome them with her. And she was so excited. And she started calling them our babies. And she told me that she would take very good care of them, that she would send me pictures of them. But even more importantly than that, a woman who only knew me for maybe 30 minutes sent me a message telling me how proud of me she was because of this journey that I'm going through, and basically that I found a new friend in her. And how beautiful is that? I mean, throughout this whole process, I feel like the kindness and the generosity and the grace and just the happiness with the people that I have come into contact with has filled me with so much love and so much joy, so much happiness, and really, like I said, restored my faith in people. Also, if you watch any of my other videos, made a decision about nursing school, and I found out yesterday that all of the classes that I'm going to take over the summer are completely covered with my financial aid. I also found out that there's a very good possibility that I've been approved for a scholarship that I applied for, and I'll know about that one day this week. And so everything is really kind of falling into place. Like I said to you earlier in the video, I really truly can't remember the last time that I was as happy and as content as I am right now. Last night I had dinner with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we watched a movie and we had ice cream together. And the night before that I was with my family. It was my nephew's 16th birthday. And when was the last time that I was able to do these things? It's been a while. It really has, and I'm just so excited to be home. And I'm excited to share this journey with you. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the support that you guys give to me. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited, I really am. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope that you have an amazing week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please do that below and like the videos, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.